Can EIDL loan declines be confirmed over the phone? That is the shocking news we are delivering this Monday for May 11th. This is LALATE as always. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe to this video and drop your comments below and we will respond to them in tomorrow's video. So we have a little bit of your comments from Saturday, which we didn't get to. We're going to answer them first, and then we're going to answer all your questions from Sunday. There were a lot of them. This is going to be a long video, so if you dropped a question or comment on the EIDL loan stories the last 2 days, watch this video and stay with us because there are some bombshell answers we're giving to you throughout this video. First of all, let me respond to one person's question that came late today. The person indicated he got an EIDL loan offer from the portal, inside the portal, from SBA for a certain amount, but received a second email, an email for a loan amount that was 6 figures at a higher interest rate. What is my response? My response is be very careful what's going on out there. Loan offers from SBA are done in the portal. And so if you receive an email that is not part of the portal, that is outside of it, be very careful. All right, so let's turn to some of the questions from Saturday, which I didn't get to yesterday. One of the fascinating ones comes from Jeep Willie. So he explains that when he got the loan offer, he signed into the portal and it had a $1,000 to $24,000 loan offer. What's also interesting, it says that his $1,000 grant was reduced off of that because it was supposed to be $25,000. He says that when he signed in, the loan offer was there. When he went through the process and he verified his identity, shortly thereafter, he got an alert and went back to the portal and it said the loan offer was 0, declined. He now confirms that the Experian second credit run was done after he verified his identity during the EIDL loan process. And because of that loan, that Experian number, he was declined. So really fascinating. He says that it's all detailed in an email that is being sent out by SBA that a Tier 2 representative could give him no further information. Sorry to hear that. James Brown applied April 5th. I'm a sole proprietor, and I gave both the EIN and the Social Security number used a personal account. Yesterday called and was told my application number starting with 3 will be processed this week. I would like to know thoughts about this. Any good information? So if you applied April 5th and you are still in the grant process, you haven't got to the loan process, here's what I can say to you about 2 things. One, there's enough comments by people who have indicated that some of you received loan offers but never received a grant offer. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why that's happening. That's the first thing. Second, if you are wanting that grant, which you're entitled to, call SBA, ask for Tier 2. Tell them the date in which you applied. Tell them it's more than 4 weeks. If you know the date that the Experian credit score was pulled, tell them that as well. Also, if you don't get the response you like, call back and ask for another representative. Wendy Tate, have not gotten 1 cent. Not good, Wendy. Call them up. Ask for Tier 2. Ask for an escalation. Don't get the answer you want. Call back and speak to another person. Denzel, happy face. Well, thank you, Denzel. Roberto, applied April 7th. Should I be worried? No credit? Yes, you should, Roberto. That's too long. Do what I said. Call them up. Keep on calling until you get an answer. There may be an error in the way in which you applied. If you haven't seen the error issue, watch our previous video that explains errors that may have triggered your application to be unverified entity. It's in actually the title of one of our videos. Marionette Wineglass, if you get advance, do you have to accept the loan? No, absolutely not. You don't have to accept it. D. Ross, no help in Michigan. I'm sorry to hear that. If you haven't gotten help, call SBA. Don't sit around. Melanin K, why should credit be an issue during a crisis? I don't think Congress mentioned that in the beginning. I smell another lawsuit coming. Big issue. And why did Congress approve under the CARES Act $10,000 per business, not $1,000 per employee per business? SBA digressed. Why is nothing being followed here? Great point, Melanin. Bobby Davis, when the government shut down my business not knowing when the business shut down my business, do they check my credit score? Now, after they put me out of business, I have to prove my worthiness to be saved? Please explain. Yes, it is outrageous. It really is outrageous. They put you out of business, and then they want to confirm how good a business you were to put you to have you go forward. Let's understand. EIDL grant is one thing. EIDL loan is another. And the thought to have that so many businesses be offered so little. Some of these EIDL loan amounts are so small. As little as $1,000 or $2,000. That does nothing for businesses. And you're exactly right. John Smith. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I applied for the EIDL May 4th. Got an email on May 8th inviting me to the portal. Oh, so he got the portal invite, verified my identity, confirmed the amount of $1,000 they were offering. So they only offered him $1,000. They pulled my credit on May 8th. I've not received the grant as of today, but they offered me the loan. There was no range. They offered me $1,000, not $10,000 at all. So here's another person, John, who got no grant and was offered a loan of $1,000. That's horrible. John, I want you and anyone else who's watching this video who got only a loan and no grant under the EIDL process to call SBA, ask them where is your grant, that you had asked for the grant, that you had indicated the number of employees. If you know the number of employees you put on the list, then if it's 3, then ask them why didn't you get a $3,000 grant. I want to know the answer because there's too many of you that are indicating this as a new issue, that you got a loan offer but no grant. Hector, I'm wondering what just happens if there's no credit history at all when they pull the credit check and who has any experience. In addition, what if you had credit and stopped it now 2 years ago? And you'll put some comments about this. I really don't know. I mean, it's a really great point. If anyone else has a comment, drop it below. CC Boo, I applied April 1st. Credit was pulled April 14th. Went over a month to get a portal access. My range was $1,400. A loan is now an underwrite. I never got the grant deposited. Here we go again. Another person got no grant but got a loan for a very small amount of $4,800. CC, I would call up SBA and ask them, where's your grant money? And I want to know the answers. If you did not get grant money, drop them in the comments to this video. I want to know the answers for tomorrow. I want to hear what SBA is telling you. Rodney, I got invited. Log in 2 days. It didn't work. I called SBA, noted the ACC is still waiting. Very strange. I don't understand why the portal would not work. Tanua, I see people getting offers for amounts of $15,000 to $171,000. As far as comments on the news, I've seen even larger. Yes, we had someone in our very first video on EIDL loans get $260,000. Your guess is any in reading the tea leaves from India. It's hard to understand what's going on with SBA. It is very hard. Sammy, they've already pulled my credit for the grant, so will they pull my credit again for the EIDL loan? Yes. So as Jeep Willie and others have indicated, they pull it for the grant, you get the grant money, hopefully, and then the EIDL loan pulls the credit again. The question is when it's pulled. Some people have said that the credit is pulled right after you go into the portal and accept a loan amount, which is just sort of scary. So they offer you in a range, they pull the loan amount, they pull your credit, and then you get a reject. Very, very scary. Who pulls through Experian? Who pulls both through Experian? SBA does. PB News says my loan offer was $1,000 to $200,000. I chose a $179,000 loan. Well, congrats with a $179,000 loan, PK. Lori, Elliot, I'm curious where I applied twice for both my businesses. I got a denial email within 2 days of them, but nothing so far as the agricultural business. It seemed to sound that I may be getting approval for that grant. I thought an email for both, but not by now. Lori, if you're an agricultural business and you applied last Monday, not today, but last Monday, we've had agricultural viewers say that they've gotten both a grant and loan money by today. Within 2 days of watching last week's video. So they got it within just days. Bob, I was offered a $30,000 loan, but rejected it due to was rejected due to poor Experian credit score. So I'm very disappointed to say the least. The loan would have solved a lot of problems. One more thing, I didn't check the box for the grant like a dummy, so I'm out. Bob, horrible. So he didn't get a grant, and then he got offered a loan, and when he clicked it, they did a credit check, and it got denied. Awful story. Awful. Larry, I applied for an EIDL on 3/30. I have 9 employees, and I got $9,000 late in April. Yesterday evening, I received an email from SBA to create my portal. Okay, so he got the email. In the morning, I got a login to verify my identity and saw an offer up to $150,000. I chose $150,000, and within 3 hours, I was accepted and DocuSigned my loan documents. I'll say one thing for you right now. So congratulations, Larry. I will say one thing. If you see a loan offer of $150,000, that means that you have a high credit. and it means that they want to write the loan for you. It's those lower loan amounts I would be worried about. So if you get a loan amount of $1,000 to $30,000, I would be worried that when you click to accept, it's going to be declined. But if you see a very high loan amount of $150,000, $200,000, it's likely going to be approved. Ricardo, hey, LALATE, I love the way you put multiple videos at once detailing each topic. Well, thank you, Ricardo. Not sure what is more complicated, PUA or EIDL? PUA. PUA is incredibly complicated, but I'm very grateful to receive my $1,000 grant. Will the EIDL grant hurt my unemployment? No. Also, I paid my rent with the grant. Will that be a problem? Don't know the answer. Eric, in reference to continuing applying for an SBA loan, the dollar amount offer is based upon an individual basis. My dollar amount offer was $50,000. But it gives you an option to increase or decrease the amount. Now, that's not what a lot of other commenters have said. They said that you get an offer of a loan amount of a range, and you got to accept within that range. So one person said he got exact amount, and he had accept or decline it. No one has gotten an invite that said they could increase the loan amount beyond what was offered. He decided to decrease it, which you can do, to $40,000, and within minutes, he got the loan agreement. He signed it. Not sure how long I should receive the funding. You should receive it within about 24 hours. If you do, comment below. I'd love to hear what happens. Lee, unless your FICO score is good, over 680, you'll be denied for the loan. There's no loan officers. That's what level 2 has. No communications with them. It's all streamlined. They use Experian only that it's the one that calculates a FICO Credit Karma uses a different system. Go to the SBA and apply for a job as a loan specialist. Read the duties. You'll see what criteria they use to approve loans. It's been the same for years. I don't give into the credit check. So Lee is basically saying it's all automated. Lee's saying that these stories about a loan officer looking at things, Lee just doesn't believe it. And maybe that's true. Las Vegas retired, applied March 30th, got a check the $10,000 box, never got a $10,000 grant. I was Postmates, then financed a car. Bills. I was approved for a $1,000 loan for 30 years at a $5 monthly payment. Stupid. It is stupid. What the hell is a 30-year loan for $1,000? Awful. Sorry to hear that, Las Vegas. David Block, I believe the $1 to $24,000 sidebar option for the person mentioned in today's YouTube video was based upon the EIDL input application information. Yes, David, that's true. The EIDL loan amount that you're given is based upon what you submitted during the EIDL loan streamline application, the revenues, cost of goods. There's a calculation for it. It's also based upon the FICO score. Rochelle, I received a loan offer, but no grant. What's going on? As I said before, call SBA. It doesn't make sense. Rochelle, I received a loan offer, but no grant. Same comment as before. DPR Ribless or Rises. I applied for an EIDL grant on April 1st, got my credit checked on April 22nd. I called SBA twice today, got 2 different people. They'll give you the same response. I told them to escalate. They said, wait 2 weeks and get an email. I'm not sure if I should call somewhere else or get someone else on the line. You should call again. EIDL. If you apply for an EIDL grant and have not gotten anything, you should call again. So that was Saturday's comments. Okay, so now to Sunday. So if you drop Sunday comments, stay with us. We're getting to them right now, and there's some doozies. All right, WRX. I think there was a misunderstanding. I was approved for an EIDL loan up to $24,000, not $240,000. Thank you. Okay, thank you, WRX. Mabry Soap Company. I applied March 30th and have not heard anything. Oh, again with these March 30th situations. Still waiting. These March 30th. If you're a March 30th applicant, call SBA. Keep on calling SBA. There's something wrong with March 30th applications. No one's getting anything. On Point Machining. I applied March 29th. Okay, here we go again. Did receive a $1,000 grant on the 16th of April. On May 5th, I received an email requesting general business information. 2 days later, I was informed my loan amount was $85,000. For amounts requested over $25,000, extra documents and collateral are required. Don't know if that's true. If the comments from other readers are accurate, they were not required to provide always additional documents. One person was. The person who got a $260,000 offer was required to provide additional documents. Under $24,000, no documents or securities are required. Hope this little information is helpful to some. Yes, it is. So On Point is basically saying if your loan amount is under $24,000, there's no collateral required and no other documents asked of you. Don't know if that's true, but that is what he is updating. Garrett, I called SBA and they said there's no red flags on my account, but they're still processing loans. April 2nd, applied. April 26th, Experian called 684. April 28th, a $1,000 grant. May 2nd, no portal access. How soon do I get the next email? You should be getting it with later this week. It's about 2 to 3 weeks after the grant. So you'll be getting the loan offer within 2 to 3 weeks after the April 28th grant. Makeup Mova. It seems like they're purposely keeping the criteria mystery for small businesses to close. Yeah, it's very confusing. Have faith pressure washing system. I haven't gotten anything, just a lot of runaround. I applied April 3rd. Got to call them. Tier 2, ask to escalate. Tell them the day that your credit score was pulled. Don't sit around. Don't accept this lack of information for them. Jose, March 30th. EIDL loan application, April 19th, Experian pulled, 640 score. April 21st, oh, so he got a grant. April 21st, $7,000 grant. So he was on March 30th and he got a grant. Waiting for the portal invite. So update us and tell us when you get it. This one, after Jose, was from, we don't even have a name. From 03 Los. Applied for 5th. April 5th, credit checked April 17th. Called and I said I was probably denied because of credit, but that I should receive my grant. No grant or denial email. Call them again. I don't think that's appropriate. I think you should be getting a grant. I don't think what one representative told you is accurate at this point. Mervyn Secure got access to the portal today. Oh, congratulations. Offer was $13,000 to 0. Still contemplating. Call an SBA and see if I can raise it to $25,000. My credit score is 640. Received grant on April 17th. My FICO is 159. Good point. If you call SBA and try to raise the loan amount, I want to hear what the response is from SBA. Do they just laugh at you, or do they say yeah, or is it really a loan officer? Or is this all computerized? Bobby, I have a novel idea. Why don't you ask your friends at the SBA how they justify picking winners and losers? I'll let everyone else comment on that one. Andy, I just got a call today and they needed to verify my business and they tried to Google me and my company but could not find anything. So I sent them a copy of my business card and I think I'm good. I applied for $40,000. Oh, interesting. Malio. As long as you have a 1099, aka Uber, then you can apply for the PPP loan. Yeah. I don't like the PP loan, as you'll see in the other videos. Kevin Lee, love the videos, great information. Applied for the EIDL grant, got the $8,000 grant within 3 days, and now waiting for the portal invite for the loan. Thanks again, appreciate the video. Thank you, Kevin. Keep us updated. Louis Frank, if you want to know the formula. Okay, so Louis is giving us the formula again, as we indicated. Total gross minus cost of goods divided by 2 minus total grant advance paid equals your max offer. So total gross that you listed on your original application minus cost of goods divided by 2 is your total grant, and minus your advance that you got is your max offer. John Russell, I applied on April 3rd for the grant. Still have not heard anything back. Called. I think you need to call again. Lamar, the approval amounts for loan may be directed to the amount of revenue. Yes, exactly. Jerry, I applied for the EIDL grant March 29th. I have a low score, lost my income, got 2 emails. I call SBA, they say it's being processed. They transfer me a guy. Don't worry. If you apply for March 29, you're getting that March 29, March 30th period. I don't know what's going on. I would call SBA. Keep on calling until you get escalation on this. Sammy Boy, I applied for a loan with the long form March 29th. I received an email to reapply for the streamlined version March 29th. I received an email. So he was on March 30th, but he got the grant. He got the $1,000 grant on 4/21. They never ran my credit, and I have never heard anything 4. Thank you so much for taking the time to translate the data you are seeing. It's very appreciated. Well, thank you, Boy, and thank you for tuning in, as always. Shanklin, I've seen a couple of videos that explain the loan formula. Yes, as detailed before. Cody Mayfield, I applied 330 and got a $1,000 loan about grand about 2 weeks later. Nothing about the loan. So Cody, he had got something on 330. We're getting more progress. I don't know when these 330s are coming through, but a lot of people on March 30th are now saying they got getting stuff. Patrick, I got my EIDL on April 24th for 2000. I've got nothing about the loan. Should I call SBA about this yet? No. 2 to 3 weeks, then call SBA. Lamar Matthews, thank you for the great information on your channel, LALATE. The shared experiences of the other viewers will prove to be extremely helpful to viewers that are not so far along in the process. Thank you. I agree. Lorenzo, can you get the location of all the comments being read on video? Very important. Love your videos. Yeah. The problem is with the loan, I don't think the location of the commenters is an issue. The loans are being processed 2 to 3 weeks after the grants are issued, and it's really not dependent upon the loan location. The grant is an issue. We've indicated from the very beginning that grants were done in certain parts of the territories of the United States faster than other parts. Loans, however, are all coming in at the same time, about 2 to 3 weeks after the grants are issued, irregardless of the location. But if you are watching this video and commenting below, indicate what state you're out of, and it may give us some surprises. Philip, I received the grant but haven't received an email asking for the EIDL loan. I'm understanding correctly. I have to wait for that email to apply. I can't go to another site and apply. Correct. Philip, you'll receive an email within 2 to 3 weeks from SBA indicating you are invited to go to a portal to set up a username and password. At that portal, you'll then start the EIDL loan process. Series of questions. There'll be a loan offer. You'll accept or deny the offer. At that point, you'll be told whether you've been accepted or declined. Most readers indicate that a second pull of your credit score is done at that time. Oops, hit by the paper. John Willie, depends on what information you put when you applied. Income thus far. Yes. Kendrick Bettis, I hate a rep tell me I got denied last week. I called today, another rep told me it's in queue to be reviewed. So Kendrick got denied, accordingly by one rep, and then called by another rep, and the other rep said, oh, you're still in the queue and still being reviewed. Typical. Buy and sell Tucson Pawn Shop. We've not received the invite to the portal. Just feeling like it's going to be declined. Love your videos. Tucson, someone said in the other video that if it's been declined, Tier 2 can tell you. So if they can't tell you, then maybe it's a good sign. Ilana Diaz says, thank you very much. I applied for SBA for EIDL on 4/40, 5/2. I received an SBA saying they're processing my application. I've not received the grant. I've not seen the loan. Thank you so much. I just confirmed listening to your comments that you can get both the EIDL and PPP as long as it's not being used for the same purpose. I called SBA for the 4th time. Every time I try to get there, I get the same thing. System's down. I was told I would be receiving a portal and I can email directly. He informed me it's possible to receive a portal, then being given the grant. So it doesn't have to be given that order. No. Ilana was basically told that her loan is going to come first and her grant comes later. What a hot mess. As we've indicated, if you've not received a grant but you received a loan, drop in the comments how you dealt with that. And whether you called SBA and you asked them, where the hell is your damn grant? I'd love to know your response, because you're supposed to receive the grant advance before the loan. That is the purpose of the grant advance. It's part of the calculation of the loan. Diane, LA, got an email saying they reviewed my application order received, that it was a week ago, 30-year 3.75 for a 30-year loan is a win. I hope mine is for a decent amount. My credit score is 720s. I checked. Keep us up to date, Diane. Cebu, love the channel. Well, thank you. Absolutely love this channel. Well, thank you, Cebu. Rich, really enjoy watching your shows. Keep up the good work, LA. Thank you, Rich. Thank you for watching, and keep us updated what happens with you. KR, can you provide some clue on what the loan amount are based upon? Yes, it's that formula I indicated before. It's also dependent upon your credit score. Is a factor of your gross revenues minus COGS? Yes, gross revenues minus COGS divided by 2, see if I'm saying it by heart, divided by 2 minus your loan advance is what you're offered, max. But then they run credit again, Experian, and you could be declined even if that's your range offered. Can people approve? Provide some info on that? Yes. Also, some people have indicated, but it's not very clear, that for the larger loan amounts, they ask for additional information. Some person said that if your loan amount is over, I think it was $24,000, that they request additional information. Moreover, LALATE has indicated that if you get a loan amount over around $150,000 or higher, you're going to be approved. It's those big numbers that generally are approved. It's those lower numbers, $1,000, $30,000. You should be worried that when you click accept, then maybe you get declined after that. There's the possibility. Blackwood. Sammy Boy. Yes, this March 30th vortex is a hot mess. Sammy Boy asks that he applied on March 30th and has an 805 Experian score but hasn't gone anywhere in the process. If you are that March 30th person, if you are on March 30th and got to nowhere in the EIDL process, call SBA. The good news is that of these comments today, some of them are March 30th and have gotten EIDL grants. Thank you again for all the valuable information. Well, thank you, Sammy Boy. Ricardo, outstanding video ALA. 1 million thumbs up. Received my $1,000 grant May 4th. Waiting to hear back. Great. Update us when you receive your EIDL loan offer. Sky Jones, I love watching you and hearing your voice. You are amazing. You have a Hollywood touch. I love watching you on TV. You're very unique. Well, it will be coming soon. Jermaine, I love you so much. You're awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you for tuning in. And thank you for your comments. Vincent applied for April 20th as a sole proprietor, received $1,000 April 11th. April credit pull mid-April. Received the portal link 510. Was approved for $29,000 a zero. Approval took minutes without extra paperwork 650 score. So he got $29,000 with no additional request for paperwork, which is great. Jeff Hansen, thank you so much for the crowdsourcing this information. Your information is like gold to us. Well, thank you, Jeff. I'm in the bucket of the 330 applications with no credit pull, but nothing more than we are working on communications. No grant, no portal invite. 330 sounds like the black hole of applications. Awful. Just awful. Dave, applied EIN April 11th, got a $1,000 deposit. May 2nd, got an email saying they're really busy. Oh. You got a special email saying they're busy. Well, tell them to get working. Jeffrey, still waiting. Company sinking. SBA doesn't care. Call SBA. Chucky, thanks for the answer. Great video. Well, thank you, Chucky. RJ, Mark, do you think they will open the EID applications to new applications other than agricultural business? I missed out because I didn't apply back in the first month. No. But stay with LALATE for the second stimulus package videos on this channel. We are going to detail any sort of strange new mechanisms with strange new names and strange new acronyms and whether they apply to you and whether you should apply. El Moldano, got invitation to the portal, but no grant applied March 30th. Oh, so he applied on March 30th, got no grant, but got a portal invite. Where's the grant? Call SBA and ask them where's the grant and comment below what they say back. Mike, great job as always. Thank you, Mike. Karina Gonzalez, EIDL denied. No email sent. I had a call to find out. Their T2 associate answered after 10 minutes. I told her I was to decline because of bad credit. So she basically says that if you were declined for EIDL loan, the Tier 2 representative sees it on the computer that you don't need to wait around. Which is scary. But if you want to know the answer, just call SBA. John, I'm a sub S Corp in Texas. Received a $1,000 EIDL grant for 20. Never heard anything back about the loan offer. It should come in 2 to 3 weeks. Rich finally says this one fascinating detail. He says, LALATE, I have an important question for you. The company that issues my yearly 1099 has recently sent me a $6,000 check for sales completed. My checking account has a $6,500 in it now, but a lot of bills are coming in. Should I deposit this check before they dig into my finances or hold them out until I get my loan offer? No. The EIDL loan offer is based upon a calculation of what you submitted in the original streamline form. Revenue minus cost of goods divided by 2 minus EIDL loan amount, and then they check your credit score. They're not going to look into anything additional. They might ask you to verify benefits. The only issue when they ask for additional documents is potentially when your loan amount is very high, in about the $150,000 to $250,000 range. Other than that, no, you can go ahead and deposit your $6,000 check that you need to do and exist. As always, a lot of questions. An incredibly long video. If you stay to the end, thank you so much. Drop your comments for tomorrow in this video and stay with LALATE for more.